Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails of Cold Steel 2 Part 71. In the previous video we did more of our Bareahard stopover day. We finished talking all the NPCs and then did 7 bond events. We still got some left to do though. We got Toa, Laura, and Alfin on this half of the city. Then we gotta go back on to the left side and talk to Emma and the Euster. We will start with Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. This is going to take too long, so I choose you. Alright. What's up? It would seem they're about to hold mass over the cathedral. I'm thinking of sneaking in some kind of incognito, but something the matter? It's nothing, just pretend I didn't say anything. Oh, that never works. Oh, I'm trying to get some rest, Reen. You must be exhausted. You think you got something on your mind. Would you mind if I join Your Highness? I'd feel much more at ease if I at least escorted you to the cathedral, just as a precaution, of course. Would you, Reen? Thank you so much for your concern. Shall I be off then? Reen, you're being emotionally manipulated. Seeing Bareahard's cathedral up close is always breathtaking. You've been to Bareahard before, haven't you? That's right, I have a number of noble acquaintances here even. Speaking of which, today's mass seems to have attracted more than usual. It looks like it's intended as an occasion to mourn the losses suffered by Celtic. Judging by all the people I saw go in, it's probably a fairly large event. So it seems I plan to attend as well to offer my prayers to the market manager, but it's nothing. Let's go inside, Reen. And so Reen and Princess Alfin entered the cathedral to attend the mass currently being held. Of course, they were careful to sit behind the majority of attendees to avoid standing out. However, during the sermon... Yeah, man, she won't be noticed, right? She's got a hat on. It's not like she's like one of the most famous people in the country. I'm sure you've all heard by now the terrible tragedy that took place in Celtic recently. In light of this, let us offer up our prayers for the people there. May Adios be with them all. Rest in peace, Otto. What's going to happen is from here on out? And we've actually arrested Duke Bareahard. Not to mention the fact that we've been removed from the Noble Alliance's jurisdiction. But why though? I see no reason to accept the Imperial Army when our own army is still intact. Duke Bareahard certainly has made a muck of things this time. Are these people for real? Am I supposed to be mourning for the people of Celtic? There's a time and a place for self-pity and it sure as hell isn't now. Surely Celtic was probably to blame for what happened too, no? I heard all about their belligerent attitude towards Duke Bareahard. And yet he was arrested for simply teaching them a lesson? Disgraceful, I know. The beloved empire certainly has been on the decline these past couple of years. I can't say much more of this. Just who in the world do you think you people are? Yeah, get 'em, Alfie. Huh? Who dares raise their voice during Holy Mass? I know that face. Princess Alfin? How could you make light of what happened in Celtic? You genuinely believe that it's none of your concern that Celtic deserved its fate? How do you treat your fellow Arbonians? Don't you realize that putting aside its social labels, the strategy could have been prevented? Your Highness. But maybe I'm not one to talk. I may have shared the same sentiments as you all had as I continued to live my cozy life in Heimdall. I would have done little other than pity them without making an attempt to truly understand the gravity of the matter. In the end, it would have just been another event on the long list of things to eventually forget. But please, I beg of you, do realize, whether they are noble or commoner, every life matters. People who suffered in Celtic, who lost their lives because of this war, are no less important than any of us. Each and every one of them lived a life of their own and had a future ahead of them until it was ripped away. Highness. Your Highness. Reen. So please ask anyone in disagreement with the Duke's arrest to go see Celtic for themselves. If that's not enough to convince you his arrest was the right thing to do, then by all means bring your complaints to me. I swear on the unarmed household that I will listen to every single one of you in earnest. After Princess Alfin's speech, they left the cathedral that had turned deathly quiet. From there, Reen escorted her back to the airport. The entire way, she struggled to hold back her tears. Thank you, Reen. I've gotten a hold of myself now. How embarrassing it is to act out like that during Holy Mass. I'm sure my brother would have been able to handle the situation much better. I mean, maybe. He probably would have just shot one of them. Prince Oliver would have handled that in his own way, sure. That doesn't make your actions any less worthy of respect, however. You don't think it was too much? I mean it when I say that speech hit very close to home. That's why I'm sure some of the nobles there must have been impacted the same way. If anything, I'd say you made me feel more proud to be a member of the Empire than ever before. Did I? Oh man, Alfin gets the music? I'm sure when this war comes to an end, your words will be able to reach even more people too. Until then, all we can do is keep fighting. Thank you, Reen. Hearing you say that is such a relief. Happy to help, Your Highness. Let's just focus on doing what we can for now, okay? Please don't forget that we're all here to support you. Thank you. Man, I do like that track a lot. After Reen escorted Princess Alfin the Courageous, he headed back to town. When are you and Toa becoming party members, damn it? I keep seeing those bomb points going up. Give me something. Toa, something wrong? No, it's nothing. I was just thinking about Bareahard finally being free from the Duke's clutches and ended up spaced out. You know when you finish something you're really nervous about and all the exhaustion washes over you at once? That's what I'm going through, but don't worry about me. I'll be back on the ship by the time everyone else is. The more she doesn't have to worry, the more worried I get. I wonder if she needs to talk to someone. Mind if I sit with you for a while? There's a really nice breeze here, so I figured it might be a good spot to relax. Oh. Sure, go ahead. I don't want to sound pushy here, but, well, if you have something in your mind, Toa, I'm more than willing to listen. Huh? I realize that I might not be able to offer any real help, but you've done so much for everyone and me personally, both at Thor's and on the Courageous. That's why I want to do whatever I can for you in return. That's really sweet of you, Reen. Thanks. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure if I'm the best fit to be the Courageous' captain anymore. Part of me wishes I declined back when Viscount Arcade asked me. Can I ask why? Well, we managed to set Bareahard free and have Duke Albrecht arrested, right? When you think about it, that won't do much to ease the pain for those in Celtic. It won't bring back those that we've lost either. And it's not just that. Think back to when Fiona was taken hostage or what happened with Angie. In the end, I just stood there uselessly waiting for you guys to solve everything. All while having the Courageous at our disposal, too. So I can't help but wonder what a more capable captain would have been able to accomplish. Have you been bottling this stuff up all this time? Sorry for unloading on you. I promised myself I'd become a much stronger person, and yet here I am, fretting over every little thing. I'm really not suited to be a captain at all, am I? Oh, shit, dude. That's a fucking strong-ass wind. Phew. Thanks for getting it back for me, but still, trust me when I say that your worries couldn't be further from the truth. I can't think of a single person more suited to be our captain than you. But Reen, in the end, we're still students. We don't have the kind of experience Prince Oliver and Viscount Arcade do. There's no way anyone expects you to be able to do what they can. But despite that, you took it upon yourself to accept such a crucial position in Viscount Arcade's place. You're doing everything you can to fulfill that role, even when you're just a student. Seeing you work like that is what inspired all of us, you know? We wouldn't be the same team without you. That's not true. Man, he was fast there. He's quick with the steel. Huh? I'm certain that everything we've done so far is bringing us one step closer to taking back our school. Accomplishing that will probably be our biggest challenge yet, though. And that's exactly why we need you. Having you alongside us is the greatest motivation we could ever ask for. Of course, we have no intention of letting this be one-sided. We'll be there for you as much as you are for us. You mean it, Reen? Well, you're awfully convincing, huh? You're right, we should probably be using our worries as a means to better ourselves, shouldn't we? Such a dummy for forgetting something as simple as that. Yeah, we all have our moments. It won't be long until we can finally take back Thor's. We're gonna go all out and make it a reality, right? Right. Understood. I'm gonna keep doing it. Thanks for the talk, Reen. I might not be much of a captain yet, but I'll keep working at it. The better I get, the sooner we can take back our academy. Did I talk to Alfin after we did her bond event? I think I did, but I don't remember what she said. Alfin? 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 Where'd she go? She's disappeared? She has been erased? What? Okay. Oh, there's Celine. I didn't even see you here. Well, I guess everything worked out for the best back there. Even if society's plans are still a big, scary blank right now. Trying to think about it. The important thing is we bought a little more peace of Bareahard. I just hope the Duke and Scarlett show some signs of repentance. Speaking of which, I was surprised the way you saved that terrorist. You're probably the first person ever to use their knight like that. There's something impressive about you, Reen. Come again? Impressively dumb. You are nothing. Also, how did the cat cough? I mean, I guess they can do that kind of, but... time to relax. You should probably follow my lead. Trust me, you're gonna need your energy back soon enough, so might as well get as much of it back as you can. Laura! What are we doing? Oh, is it time to stalk her like we stalked Sarah that one time? Wonder why Laura's going out in the canyon alone. I know she can handle herself just fine, but still. I got some time in my hands. Let's go check on her. Laura? What? Goodbye, cruel world. Laura? Hey, are you alright? Why would you jump in there when it's this cold out? Oh, so you come along too, Reen. There's no need for concern. It's cold but refreshing. It seems like she's okay. Also, did you just dive into water that's not that you can like stand up in that easily? That seems like really dumb. I know she used a winter swimming, but we're at the coldest part of the year right now. Does she want to clear her mind or something? That raises the question of what could be troubling her. Laura finally came ashore after spending a little more time in the water. Realizing she would be freezing, Reen made sure he had a towel ready for her. My apologies. Perhaps it was a bit too much to try my hand at swimming during this time of year. Yeah, you're gonna fucking die, lady. There's nothing up. I know you're fond of swimming, but doing something like this out of the blue isn't like you. See? Sorry, you're gonna have to let me dry your hair off at least. Very well then. I haven't dried off her hair. Where's Valamar's anti-horny protocol when you need it? Reen left Laura to finish drying off otherwise and get changed. In the meantime, he headed back into town to grab her something warm to drink. Man, bet you wish you wore pants now, don't you? Thank you for your concern, Reen. I've warmed up plenty now. See, it was worth me fussing over you. Want to head back to the Courageous? You could catch a cold if you stay out here. No need, I'm fine. As you know, I'm used to this. I'd like to apologize for worrying you, however. I wasn't too worried. It's you we're talking about. So, do you bring that swimsuit from Thor's or something? Yes, actually, I found it in my luggage after leaving. I used it often during the time Emma and I spent in Legram, too. It sounds funny you said it out loud, but swimming has always been a way for me to wash away my concerns and hesitations. Of course, Emma had a similar reaction to yours whenever I did. It's not funny at all, really. I get what you mean. As a noble, I found myself thinking a lot about what happened here in this province. It is true that what Duke Bareahard did to Celtic is beyond unforgivable. However, one can also argue that he never would have employed such tactics if war had never broken out. No, I'm pretty sure the Duke's the bad guy. It's whether his position in both the four great houses and the noble alliances which drove his actions. You may have a point. What point is there? There's no guarantee that any other noble wouldn't have ended up doing the same. I mean, that doesn't mean that Duke Bareahard is good. That means all nobles are bad. What's funnier is that if you said what you said is true, I'm technically a noble too, but I've never even thought of things like that before. Well, we have a long way to go. Not just in swordsmanship either. Oh, there we go. It doesn't benefit us to single-mindedly dedicate ourselves purely to that. Still, I feel that we're able to make it through this. We'll be much stronger thanks to the experience. I want to rise above every challenge life throws my way, both as a swordsman and a noble. An answer that involves trusting in others rather than attempting to deal with those challenges alone. Perhaps you're an ideal partner to keep me in check, Reen. What? I didn't mean anything special about that, mind you. It's just that since you also have to be a swordsman, we should try to motivate each other. I'm curious to see where we can go from here. There are many incredible warriors taking part in the war, but together I believe we can catch up to them. And just maybe we'll be able to reach the strength of the Lance Maiden herself. I mean, she's not that strong, man. She gets her ass beat by, like, Lloyd, who's a regular-ass dude. A man, he uses tonfas. He doesn't use real weapons. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing just how far our swordsmanship will take us. Lloyd doesn't even have any, like, special main character powers. The two talked for a while before deciding to walk back into town. I mean, Estelle at least had that whole, like, you know, daughter of the world's strongest man going for her. Lloyd's just like a fucking dude. He's the strongest man in existence. Sorry for troubling you, Reen. Don't worry about it. Just make sure you don't end up catching a cold or anything, okay? Duly noted. Maybe I'll make myself some hot tea when we get back. I mean, I do like just, you know, talking about protagonists for a little bit. I do like Reen. But man, you have to admit, Lloyd is like just such a badass if you think about like what he does in I want to say Cold Steel games for a second. The Crossbell games, considering that he has like no special like lore powers or anything, he doesn't have like any special training. He's just like a guy, basically. It's pretty funny. I mean, Estelle's still my favorite protagonist, just because she's like so unique, right? Just like in terms of just JRPGs in general, right? And I feel like she has like a really cool character arc throughout Trails in the Sky too. But Reen is still pretty cool. I don't really know how I would like, I definitely still Estelle's my favorite. I don't know if I'd say I like Reen or Lloyd more as of right now. I mean, we're still, you know, the arc hasn't finished yet. Reen still has, you know, 2/ I guess technically 3 more games to do stuff, but that is one thing I did kind of like about Lloyd, is that he was just like a regular dude. But, what are we doing? Yeah, we're supposed to talk to Emma. I got sidetracked there for a second. A regular dude that punches a god so hard in its face that it ceases to exist. What a peaceful place. It was during our field study, of course, that it's nice to see that it's still the case. This peace could be a recent development, though. These past few weeks might not have been so kind. They certainly haven't been kind to Jusis. Still, there's not much we can do now except rest and recover, and we need it. This does seem like a nice enough place to rest, to be honest. Hey, would you mind if I sat with you for a while? Not to steal your idea or anything, but this does seem like a nice spot to take a break. I certainly thought so. Please make yourself comfortable. Nice and quiet here, not too cold either. I think I've ever been able to sit back and relax like this for a long time. My eyes feel so heavy, must be more tired than I thought. Valimar, anti-horny protocol activate. Green? Looks like he fell asleep. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. He must be exhausted after Warwick's fort. In that case, Valimar, anti-horniness protocol activate. Must have fallen asleep. Something nice and comfy, no less. Oh god, Valimar! Valimar! Hello there, sleepyhead. Emma. Ah! Emma! I was on your lap. Did you sleep well? Best sleep of my life. I mean, don't change the subject. Let me apologize. I highly thought it was the best sleep of your life, Reen. Your freaking back all arched over like that and shit. That would not be comfortable. I really didn't expect him to sleep on your lap like that. I'm the one who put you there in the first place, so don't think about apologizing. I couldn't leave you to sleep on a cold, hard bench after all. One of my duties as a witch is to support you. Just think of this as another form of support. What are you talking about? That's kind of a stretch. I would appreciate if you let me do this much for you at least. It's all thanks to both you and Valimar that Bareahard's regained peace. In fact, I believe we managed to come as far as we have thanks to your efforts. I don't know about that, Emma. You're forgetting that I had all of you. I've been able to push myself through all that thanks to the people who chose to stick by me. Besides, I never would have come across Valimar in the first place if it weren't for your guidance. You think that much of us, Reen? Well, yeah, I mean, we still got a long road ahead of us, right? That road will eventually lead us to Crow and Vita. So, sorry, but you're still stuck with us, Emma. We need your support now more than ever. There might be more cryptids to fight. I can live with that. I'll do everything in my power to help, both as your friend and as your class president. Your bond with Emma has strengthened. Oh boy, Rush 2 on Emma. Let's go. It's gonna be so good with her whopping, I mean, her staff is better than Elliot, who's still rocking the Lambda Rod 2+1. Yeah, boy. At this point, it's like a point of pride that I've never upgraded Elliot's weapon. I intend to keep doing what I can for Class 7 as its president, and what I can do for you as the witch tasked with guiding with you. Hopefully I'll be able to make myself useful in both regards. Alright, Jusis. Knock knock, open up the door, it's real. It's time to bond with the Reenster still. Good day, we received word to let all of you pass. I expect Jusis Albrea should be inside at the moment too. Albrea family is currently under our control. I have to say though, it's rather nerve-wracking for us to be stationed in such a noble-dominated area. There's no need for you to be concerned, of course. Our presence won't alarm the citizens as much as the armored divisions would. The science of this place never ceases to amaze me. Both the Duke and Scarlett are being held here, I think. Jusis! God, what a punishment. Imagine being stuck in here for all time. Lady, you're not hitting anything?
Damn, this is incredible. It's not as grand as Valflame Palace, but I doubt you'll find many mansions this fancy. The Duke's residence is certainly befitting of his status.
You came after all, Reen.
Yeah, I was kinda hesitant to come and visit in case I got in your way though.
No, it's fine. Everything is largely settled here now.
Alright, get out of here. We gotta go bond and drink some brewskis.
I will leave the rest to you then.
As you wish. Leave everything to us, and we will strive and make things as comfortable for your father as possible.
What are you talking about? He's in fucking prison! Fuck that guy!
You have my thanks.
Throw him in the dungeon where they put, Machias.
He's Captain Claire's adjutant, isn't he?
Indeed, and quite a skilled one at that. He and his men will be managing the mansion together while keeping my father in custody. At least until the war comes to an end.
Oh, right.
And then they blow his brains out in the middle of the square.
There's no need to look so glum. He deserves to answer for his crimes much like others. He should be grateful he hasn't been handcuffed and thrown in a cell.
I guess that's one way of looking at it. Oh, yeah, Scarlett's here too, right?
She's currently receiving treatment in the annex. She remains bedridden, but her life is in no real danger, or so I hear.
That's good.
If you'd like to speak with her, you should go and pay her a visit.
Nah.
Meanwhile, I'll be going to my room to get ready for departure. If you need anything at all, feel free to come by and see me.
Thanks, Jusis. Will do.
I see NPCs to talk to.
Wait a sec. Where is his room anyway? I don't know where the annex Scarlett's in is either. I guess I'll have to ask someone.
Never. I refuse. We don't ask questions around here. We just figure out where we're going. Hello, are you looking for Lady Scarlett's room? It's quite far down the corridor on the annex's first floor. Thanks. How do I get to the annex, though? I do not know these secrets. My apologies. Turn left here and make your way out into the courtyard. There's a path on the right side of the fountain, which if you follow will... I think I understand where to go now, and that it's gonna be a really long walk. Yeah, I got no fucking clue. I see red arrow, I ain't going to it. Or red exclamation point. Pretend it's an arrow. Good day to you. Please leave everything here in our hands. His Grace is confined to the mansion, but he is permitted a degree of freedom within its walls. Why? Rest assured, the terrorist S is being treated with care as well. Bro, what is wrong with you people? You just said the terrorist is being treated with care. I mean, I'm not saying you have to violate their human rights or nothing, but you know, you don't have to be like extra nice to them. You're looking for Lord Jusis' room? Please turn to the right here. You'll find it at the very end of the hall on the right wing's 3rd floor. Okay. That's it. His Grace and Lord Jusis have a lot on their mind at the present. Please try to be quiet while inside the mansion so as not to disturb them needlessly. Yeah. Sure. Gosh, I sure would hate to offend the war criminal. This way leads to Duke Albray's private room. I don't think it's the time to be visiting him. My apologies, but His Grace has firmly expressed that he does not want to meet with anyone at the present time. I must ask you to turn back. Of course, sorry to disturb you. I don't listen to the requests of war criminals. Okay? I do what I want. Alright, what do you got? There's a copy of a car magazine. Wow, this thing has so many new models in it. This color might actually work well on the bike. Windy coloring? What the hell does that even mean? He's got a chess set, got a boombox. He's got Oliver's Roses. Got a thing of a horse. It's like a big ass horse, dude. Thing's friggin' huge. No dirty secrets, it seems. Alright, what's up? The RMP should be able to take care of the mansion for the time being. Perhaps there's a chance for me to take one of the horses out for a final ride before I leave. That sounds kind of fun, actually. Mind if I join you, Jusis? I haven't seen any of your family's horses since we had that race. Not at all. That gives me an idea, in fact. Come with me. Where? Reen borrowed one of the horses from the Albraya mansion while Jusis rode another. Together they set off on horseback towards Aurochs Canyon, with Jusis taking lead. Oh no. Don't make me race, man. Oh, this is where we had our duel before, isn't it? Why did we come out here? Draw your sword, Reen. I'd like to request another duel with you. Jusis, you know I can freely do the thing now, right? Do you remember what you told me during our field study here? You claimed there was something honest about the way I fought. And it was because I learned my swordsmanship with someone I trusted. I did, didn't I? My trust in my brother has not faltered. However, because of that trust, I fear that when the time comes to fight him, my sword will be hindered by hesitation. I dread the day that I'll have to turn my blade upon my own brother. I don't, man. I want to beat his ass so bad. I'm not proud of it, but that's how it is. I can hardly blame you, Jusis. Anyone in your position would feel that way. Perhaps that's all I'd like to face off with you, Reen. Whether I win or lose, I believe our duel will allow me to cast aside my doubts. And through that, I should be able to better trust in my own convictions, regardless of whom I may face. I realize that this is a somewhat selfish request, but please, this is important to me. Am I even allowed to say no after that speech? It's not often you ask favors like this either. So sure, let's go. Just know that I won't be holding back. Give me with all you got. With pleasure. Thus, Reen and Jusis began their duel, putting all their strength into battle. They cleared their heads of all distractions, or focused purely on trying to be the victor. With that, the fight continued on until... You better not let Reen... Okay, they're going for the tie. which is what I expected, but there was a slight chance they were actually going to let Jusis win, which would have annoyed the hell out of me. I don't think I can move another muscle. Neither can I. Even in real battles, it's not often that I fight to the point of exhaustion. I think it's because we can read each other so well that we're able to fight to this point, really. Granted, I could see Master Kaifei and Viscount Arcade keeping it up the whole day without getting tired or bored. We're not them, but I think we did pretty well for a couple of teenagers. Agreed, it was fun in its own strange way. Thank you, Reen. I feel as though I can now go forth and fight with that same honesty yet again. I may have been taught by Rufus, but it was Class 7 who helped me further develop my skills. No need to thank me, I'm just glad you were honest with me and asked. That was beyond awful. Afterwards, they somehow managed to summon up the energy to get on their horses and return to Bareahard. Overall, best Bond event of this section. Honestly, it might have been Machias's, man. It might have been Machias's. Why are we spinning? Hello? Controller? Game? Why are we... Why? I am holding no buttons. My controller is not being touched at all right now. Game? It's like literally not plugged in. Okay, there we go. That was odd. Okay, so I guess we're done. I guess we go talk to Scarlett and frickin' end our rest day. Bro, why you got so many doors?
Oh.
I knew it would be you. Did you come to listen to me whine and complain about you?
I know you didn't want me to save you, but you don't have to hate me for it.
I was just joking. I don't care what happens to me. Whether I live or die or get executed as a terrorist, what happens, happens.
Stop being so flippant about the whole thing. But you seem to be a little more cheerful than I was expecting you to be. I'm glad.
Daily reminder, this lady murdered a lot of people.
Well, it sounds like you're doing all right at least. That's good.
My only complaint is that I wasn't allowed to ascend to heaven like I wanted to.
Once again, you murdered a lot of people.
But perhaps this is just how it was meant to be.
I wish I could tell you.
And like, you weren't even, like, you were like pretty joyous about it too, so fuck you.
You said you used to be a sister, right? You mentioned something about training over in Arteria too.
I did, though that training was a long time ago. That really takes me back.
So that wasn't a lie? Sorry. It wasn't that I didn't believe you, it's just...
I didn't believe you.
I'll have you know I grew up in one of the most pious families in the country. Hard as that may be to believe. I was so happy when I was first invited to join the church. I doubt you'd know, but the church is a fairly complex organization with plenty of divisions within it. The part I was invited to join was an organization called the Congregation for the Sacraments. They're a group full of immensely skilled people who take on some unique missions, to put it mildly. It made me happier than you could imagine to be recognized by people like that at such a young age. I didn't have any special abilities of my own, but I left home, trained my hardest, and eventually became a squire.
A squire? As in a kind of knight? I thought you said you became a sister.
Oh, Reen, you would know what you meant if you played the previous games.
Unless you're saying the church has knights too. Ugh, I'm getting confused now.
Anyone would be in your position. Their image of the church begins and ends with priests and mass.
Yeah, they don't know how many, assassinations they carry out as well.
As it was, my days in Arteria came to an abrupt end. Just before I went out on my first mission, I got word of what had happened. I hurried back to Erebonia as fast as I could, but I was too late. to do anything.
Lady Scarlett, I think you should get some more rest.
Once again, she murdered a lot of people.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you strain yourself.
You really are a softie. If you want to hear the rest, you'll have to come back another time. So, if you're interested.
It's hard to imagine someone going from being a sister to a terrorist, but that's just what happened. I'm still convinced that it would have been a waste for her to have died back there. I'm glad she seems to have calmed down for now. I'll have to come back another time to see how she's doing.
I don't know, like, in hindsight, they really shouldn't have had them, like, just, like, kill all those people at Guerrilla. In hindsight, like, if you're gonna try and give them some sort of redemption story, like, you can't start that after you've already had them do something kind of unforgivable, right? With them, like, gunning down all those soldiers. Like, that's the thing, like, at least for Crow, right? He's only technically killed, air quotes, Osborn on screen, right? Everything else is still very nebulous, the idea of whether or not he's, like, actually killed people. And even Osborn, due to Azure, we know isn't actually dead, right? And granted, they've hinted at it at this point in the game by now, so that's not even really, like, a indirect spoiler, but... Can we leave now? I don't know where to go. Oh, we just go to the airport? But, yeah, like, so Crow, like, he hasn't crossed that line yet of, like, doing something kind of unforgivable, i.e., murdering, you know, innocent people. I mean, yeah, they're soldiers, but, you know, they're not like they were in an act of aggression, right? It's not like it was an ongoing battle. They were just stationed, at a fortress, right? And we don't even, I mean, it's never directly stated, but you kind of have to assume there's probably some conscription, right, in the Erebonian army, so it's not even necessarily like, you know, they volunteered for it or anything. And even if they had, you know, you're still just kind of murdering people, because it's not like you're in an active war or anything. Should I go back inside? I feel like there's still more to see here in Bareahard. I mean, it's like one thing, you know, if, like, you kill someone in war because you're, like, defending your country or something. Or you're ordered to do it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like a complicated subject, like, you know, morally speaking, but... Returning the Courageous will cause the main story to advance. Any unseen bonding events will no longer be available. Nah, I suppose I'll head back inside. I can sit and wait for the others to get back. Reen? Who is it? It was Toa, I knew it. So we caught you just the right time. We were planning on going inside. Were you planning on going inside too? Oh, what's up? What's wrong? You all seem flustered. Well, we got a message from the guy still inside the ship. They said something's happened over in Crossbell. Oh, has the barrier come down? In Crossbell? Because, I mean, if he beat up... If, you know, Diwali's been beaten up, that means the barrier should be down by this point. We saw the city covered by a blue barrier from where Guerrilla Fortress was, but it's not that, I'm guessing. Believe it or not, it's something even weirder. We're planning to go get a closer look at it. Would you mind grabbing anyone else still in town and bringing them back here? We'll be getting everything ready for liftoff in the meantime. Okay, I'll bring them back as soon as I can. I'll leave everything here to you. Reen quickly left to find his classmates. Once everyone was gathered at Bareahard Airport, they boarded the Courageous and then promptly took off.
Wow! That must have been tough.
Don't condescend me.
You guys are really on the ball.
Oh, so we must have... Well, no. That's probably just... Well, we definitely missed some points from that one quest. It's possible there were points for beating Diwali quicker. I don't know. I would honestly rather slow roll it and limit my resources than just, like, it turn into a burst fight anyway. I don't really like the time fights, like, mechanically speaking. I just find that, I feel like it's less fun trying to beat a fight, like, abusing everything in, like, say, 30 turns than it is to just kind of, like, play it out normally. like slow roll it and not use everything overpowered at your disposal. Course to the east-northeast is clear. All hands remain vigilant. The ship's approaching maximum cruising speed. We should be getting closer to the fortress soon. Please get in touch with the 4th Armored Division and the Railway Military Police. Aye, Captain. Oh my, I think I see something in the distance. What the? I'm getting some very strange readings here. Oh, it could just be the tree, right? It's maybe the Azure Tree, right?
Oh, I can see Crossbell now.
Because that seems like that'd be a bigger issue, like a bigger, like, you know... Because it's like if they're going to see that the barrier's down, like, I mean, the tree's a bigger deal than that, and it's going to be here, like, you know, that same day.
There seems to be something emitting light in the distance as well.
What in the world is that?
Yeah, it's definitely the Azure Tree.
I don't know.
That blue barrier that was surrounding the city before is gone.
Oh, don't worry. Lloyd will sort it out when he finishes talking to every person in Crossbell.
Unbelievable in its place.
An Azure Tree?
Yeah, it looks like a tree to me too. It's got all those branches coming out of it.
I don't think trees so vast even exist in legend. Never mind in reality.
Yeah, there's something completely otherworldly about it.
Do you know what it is, Celine?
I wish I did. There's nothing like that in any of the clan's legends.
Just what is happening over in Crossbell?
Cool shit.
Now that's damned impressive. It must be over 2,000 arge tall.
Oh, never thought I'd come face to face with something that big in my lifetime. Life's just full of surprises.
Oh, this is the very essence of beauty. So this is the fruit of the Azure Zero project, a testament to the power of human obsession.
And to think one dude with some tompers is gonna make it all come crashing down.
Looks like everything did go according to plan.
I mean, technically, like, there's some other people involved, but it's mainly Lloyd. Come on.
Not that any other outcome was ever a possibility with my illustrious lord lending a hand.
So that showed up as a result of that phantasmal blaze plan of yours? And you're planning on spawning something like that over here, too?
Spoilers.
That we are. What you see before you is a miracle born of human hands, made manifest by the Zero Child.
Bro, this shit would make no goddamn sense if you hadn't played Azure. I'd be so fucking lost.
The end of the second movement is finally nigh.
Like, what the fuck is a Zero Child?
Let the preparations begin. This story's finale is bound to be one to remember.
Praise the sun. I saw that pose. Whatever your name is, he knows what's up. It's something with a G, right?
Guess it's almost time to wrap things up. Wonder if it'll go how she and Campanella wanted to, though.
Oh, Heimdall approaches. The former Chancellor's office.
Excuse us, Lord Rufus.
No, it's those two nerds.
Well, well. If it isn't General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius, I had thought you were still on the Western Front. Might I ask what brings you here?
Do you even need to ask? First Ruhr, now Bareahard. The Eastern Front is collapsing as we speak. I see no reason for us to remain in the West any longer.
I wouldn't go quite that far, General. As long as the West remains well protected, Heimdall will not fall.
You sure about that?
As for Nortia and the elements which sided with Duke Alberea, they could always abandon their neutrality. The war is still ours for the winning. That hasn't changed.
An impressive analysis.
By the way, would you happen to know anything about that vast tree that's sprouted up in Crossbell?
It's only gonna be there for a couple days, don't worry.
Is it even a tree to begin with?
I haven't viewed it from up close, but the pictures were like nothing I'd ever seen.
Hell, maybe not even a full day. I guess, like, lore-wise, all that shit goes down, like, the same day, right? I can't really remember. I think it's technically the same day. Like, that, you know, the raid on, or not the raid on Crossbell, but, you know, the taking down the barrier, all that stuff happens in the same day, I think?
It could be completely harmless, but it's likely causing Erebonians in the East no shortage of anxiety just by being there.
I quite agree, and that concerns me as well. Still, Duke Cayenne insists its appearance was planned. There should be nothing to fear.
Really now?
I was aware he was affiliating himself with some suspicious society of sorts. Could the two be related?
What happens behind the scenes is of no concern to us, I suppose. We are warriors. We live to fight on the battlefield. So, dear Chief of Staff, who is our next opponent to be?
Getting right down to business, I see.
And these two are gonna have major plot armor for a while, aren't they?
I'd like for the two of you to defend the capital. Your opponents are to be the 3rd and 4th Armored Divisions, who will be advancing upon it within the next few days.
Also, some teenagers.
Oh, is that so?
What? So they're risking everything in an attempt to take back Heimdall?
That is what I predict will happen, yes. I think Craig the Red and One-Eyed Zex will prove to be enough entertainment for the two of you, wouldn't you agree? After all, only the best will do for the two strongest soldiers the Provincial Army has to offer.
All right, you win. You have my attention. The prospect alone has my blood boiling in anticipation.
I concur. Very well. We shall do as you say. This is sure to be a clash for the ages.
I can already see the boss fight where we beat them and then they do jokes on you. I wasn't really trying. I can already feel it happening. Ooh. Evil elevator? Don't sacrifice Cedric, please, to summon the demon god.
I had no idea all this existed right under the palace. Duke Cayenne.
Where have I seen this plot point before?
Where we're going?
There is no need to look so concerned, Your Highness.
We're not gonna put you on an altar and stab you 4 to 5 times or nothing while chanting.
The place we are traveling to is to the center of this city. No, this country. And a place that governs a great power. It is where everything both ends and begins.
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
Please, be careful of your footing. If you were to fall off the platform, you most assuredly would go splat and die.
Now, it won't do to frighten him. And I must say, I don't recall doing so ever being part of your duties.
Pardon me. I believe we're almost there.
Why does she have a tail?
I've been waiting for you.
Vida Clotilde? The opera singer? What are you doing in a place like this?
Cedric, Cedi, boy, come on.
Greetings, witch. I see that tree emerged successfully.
It certainly did. All that remains now is to continue the preparations here. However, let me remind you that under no circumstance...
If you would, spare me. You've made yourself perfectly clear on occasions past. And I am hardly enough of a fool to attempt to defy commands from a witch.
What are the two of you talking about? And why did you bring me here?
Patience, Your Highness. All will be clear in due time.
Also, who's doing that singing?
Oh my. Could this be it?
Even bigger, more powerful robot. Yeah, we saw that in the opening. So there was a third night.
What is that thing?
Oh, is Cedric also an Awakener?
What's this feeling?
Marvelous! Marvelous! This is the legendary demon said to wield 1,000 weapons!
Oh, it's what's it? Yeah, the thing its name called.
The Crimson Calamity! Which was sealed away by Saint Sandlot and Drykel's 250 years ago, and a fragment of the great power!
Thanks for the exposition, by the way.
The Vermilion Testarossa!
Yeah, that's it. So old Seti's an Awakener too? So we know there's 3 now. I mean, there's gotta be at least 4. Come on, 4 is like, that's the magic number. It's either 4, 7, or 13. 13 seems to be a bit much. 7 also seems to be a bit much. So I'm gonna say there's at least 4 of these bad boys.
The Azure Tree? That's the name of the bizarre tree that appeared in Crossbell then?
Don't worry, it's only gonna be there for like 5-6 hours tops.
Yeah, I found it out from the guild branch over there. Things still seem to be tense over in their direction. No one's really sure what it's for or what it can do.
Don't worry. Okay, so like, Lloyd's talked to like half of Crossbell at this point. Yes, they hit up Armorica. He's got to go to mines. There's like a couple other places he needs to go, but then they'll be able to go to the tree, and then they'll do the longest dungeon in history, and then the tree will go away, and it'll all be cool.
Don't think it'll have any direct effect on Erebonia, though.
Well, I suppose that's good news. Sort of.
Still, people on this side of the country are understandably feeling uneasy about it.
Yeah, people have enough to worry about without a giant glowing tree sprouting up from out of nowhere.
Anyone would start feeling nervous at the sight of such a thing.
At least it should keep Calvert off our backs for a while, right? They're as clueless as we are on what that thing is, and they're not gonna risk an attack before they know for sure.
Bro, Calvert's never going to attack you. You guys have this, like, I don't know, the weird persecution complex Erebonia has is so funny.
Exactly. In a sense, it's doing the same thing for us the barrier around Crossbell City did before it up and vanished. It's probably the best distraction Erebonia could ask for about now.
Oh, is that what your bracer instincts are telling you?
It doesn't take a bracer to think that, Jusis. If Calvert were to invade right now while the war's going on...
Like, isn't Calvert, like, fucked? Like, economically and everything? Like, all the, like, news you learn in Azure is that Calvert is, like, beyond screwed. They're not gonna wage a war?
True. The situation we're under is plenty chaotic as it is.
All we can do right now is keep doing what we always have, and gather information. I'm sure we can do something to improve the situation here, but we don't know enough to decide what that something is.
I'm with Gaius. Let's just take a deep breath and do the best we can.
And get Rena an even better sword.
That's the best attitude to have right now, too.
So we gotta do sword still. Get sword. Take over Trista. Fight in Heimdall. Probably in the game, I would guess. I really don't know how much, because I mean, it doesn't feel like we're that close to the end of the game, but it also feels like we're close to the end of the game.
One thing we could do is keep looking around for other Thor students. We could always use more help,
like,
right?
we've almost got all the recipes. That's a good way to know if you're close to the end of the game.
We still need more Zemirian ore, too.
Oh, that's right. And there are still more spirit shrines left to explore as well.
Strangely enough, our best course of action is to simply continue doing what we've always done, albeit with renewed dedication.
That works for me.
Sounds like you've got things covered in the east, which means that all that's left for me is to wish you good luck.
Come back, Toval, please.
Take care. Okay, Sarah?
What else would I do? And you take care of yourself, too. We wouldn't want anything to happen to you before you reunite with your dearest Carnelia, now would we?
Yeah, would you just drop that already? Anyway, keep it up, guys. I'll be in touch.
Oh, there goes all my fun.
What was all that about?
You would know if you read the books, Elisa.
Toval's girlfriend?
He wishes.
It did sound that way. For further details, please consult a certain famous novel about a certain lovable scamp, now certainly available in all bookstores.
Poor Toval. Anyway, we should probably get to work. The best place to start would be checking the latest requests from Prince Oliver.
Do we have to? God, these quest names. Canyon or Canyon? You remember the scenic dunes of Oryx Canyon, the days you spent there so in love? Wait, wrong letter. Anyway, Irene, my good man, I received word of a dangerous monster. Please go kill it. Make it not alive anymore. I want to hold a concert, show the people of Celtic that not all is lost and help them start to heal. Would you be willing to aid me, Class 7? I'm hoping for Elliot's in particular. I thought this was Elliot's request, but no, it's actually Rosin's. If so, please come meet me in Celtic's chapel, because I mean, Elliot already kind of hinted at wanting to do that. The trouble you help resolve here in Legram has, shall we say, unresolved itself and continues to worsen. I believe the cause may yet again lie in Lohengrin Castle. As such, I'm going to ask you your class to investigate it and see if you can resolve whatever the problem may be. Alright.
There's a request from Rosine about Keldic.
Okay, so they pronounce it Rosine? Alright, that's how we'll say it from now on then.
Yeah, if we can, I'd love to help her out.
Me too. It's the least we can do after all the market manager did for us.
I'm in agreement. We should try and help her if time permits.
Klaus also has something in mind for us, it would seem. And that being said, I think it'd be best if I were to accompany you for the time being.
I'd like to come along too, especially since we have the spirit shrines to worry about.
Okay, Laura's part of the squad.
Of course, Celine will be coming with me. You'll need both of us to get through the shrines after all.
Will we?
That sounds fine by me. Thanks.
All right then, let's go.
It's temporarily not possible to remove Laura from the party. Everybody did get some XP, it looks like. Who do we want? Oh no. Oh no. You can stay on the party, Elliot, but you're gonna be on the back line. I mean, we'll try and make this party work here. I mean, we could just switch Elisa out, actually. But I don't use... I mean, I use Elisa an okay amount, but not that much. The problem with Elisa is that, like, I kind of like to use her as, like, damage, but you can't just... Like, you have to have a healer, really. I mean, you can well, even if, like, you know, we don't give her cannon or healing stuff and, like, use her, just try and use her crafts, she still basically just ends up spending every turn healing. You kind of just need to have one dedicated healer for just how much damage comes out. But, yeah, we'll go ahead and stop here. We'll, I guess, set up this party more next... Sarah, what happened to all your stuff? Set up the party next time. I'm Azure Tree 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.